We chose to do our project over mental health among middle school aged children. Our target audience was middle school aged kids from 11 to 14 years old. Our population needs assessment results concluded that weather and social disasters, like not enough sunlight, hurricanes, tornadoes, and socioeconomic status, upper class, working class, lower class, and embarrassment and fear of asking for help, whether they have the support or don't, were confounding variables and determining factors in a child's mental health.
All right, moving on to health promotion. This population needs assessment aims to incorporate preventative mental health care within school systems, thus increasing coping skills to maintain a more balanced lifestyle of children as they age. And our main goal that we are planning to achieve is to ultimately bring awareness about mental health to middle school age children.
This leads us to our SMART objectives. We identified 3 objectives as follows. By August of 2026, teachers will implement teaching about mental health into the learning curriculum. 2. By August of 2026, all students will have accessibility and the knowledge of where to access mental health resources. And 3. By May of 2026, all middle schoolers will be aware of good coping mechanisms. More specifically, Objective 2, students will be taught about mental health in the classroom and will be shown where to find the resources. The resources may include school counselors, BetterHelp, crisis helplines, American Psychiatric Association, and many more. Counselors will be readily available in their own offices and not necessarily with the principal, so it's not frowned upon among the students. BetterHelp is a therapy platform that is 100% online. They allow access to affordable care anytime and anywhere. Students will be matched with therapists that fit their preference and the types of issues that they are experiencing. The crisis helpline will also be available, and they can call or text the number 988. The next slide shows our coping mechanisms. These include self-soothing with your senses, distraction, which can help take your mind off of the problem, emotional awareness, where they can journal or draw to either express what they are feeling or to also distract them, and mindfulness, which can include meditation, deep breathing, and other exercises.
The strategies for this population needs assessment includes teacher training. So we plan to provide mandatory teacher training monthly to recognize warning signs of children's mental health decline, as well as ways to intervene and help kids that are struggling with their mental health. We plan to also provide teachers with classroom handouts that has information to give to the kids and to the teachers on how to cope with everyday life and stress, anxiety, depression, and various mental health related illnesses. We also plan to provide coping mechanisms within the language arts department that will teach kids how to cope throughout life and just with any anxiety, depression, difficulty amongst their home life, things like that will just be implemented within the actual school curriculum rather than just as an extra section that kids have to seek out in the counselor's office or through therapy.
The 3 call to actions for our project are teachers will implement different mental health coping skills into their curriculum to help students' coping abilities. Students will then utilize the mental health coping skills that they learned from their teachers. And finally, there will be lower rates of anxiety and depression among 11 to 14-year-olds in the United States. Finally, the evaluation plan involves curriculum information, so data that breaks down how the educators are integrating mental health teaching into their curriculum, statistics focusing on 11 to 14-year-old students and suicide, anxiety, and depression rates, and finally surveys for the students to fill out at the beginning and the end of the year that detail what they have learned about mental health and coping skills from the lessons taught in the classroom.